Let's start with our presentation for today. And the big picture is that I'm going to discuss the NIST framework for improving critical infrastructure cybersecurity. And in parallel with it, I'll be doing an overview of performance excellence frameworks. The intention is to show a synergetic perspective between these two frameworks as a way for us, all of us, to have a better view into identifying job opportunities in cybersecurity. So, with discussing a little bit big picture about the NIST framework for improving critical infrastructure cybersecurity. What is the framework? First of all, it's a big picture model that starts from the top, strategic perspective down into all the details and lower level of granularities that should be covered in this big puzzle of infrastructure of cybersecurity. So first of all, the framework is a common language. It establishes a way for everybody to understand, manage, and talk about cybersecurity, both internally and externally, because it's very important to be able to communicate worldwide, basically. The framework also is a structured way that helps people and organizations to identify and prioritize actions to reduce cybersecurity risk. Cybersecurity and this risk assessment, it happens within a context, and it's about the context of organizations, the business, the nonprofits. So the important question that needs to be answered, and the framework is making steps towards aligning these issues, these risk issues related to cybersecurity to the business, the technology, the policies that exist in any organization. And of course, by doing this, the framework provides a way, a guidance in how to manage cybersecurity risk across organizations. And this being done in support of services related to cybersecurity also within the organization. Let's talk a little bit now about performance excellence frameworks. What are these? These are world-class, best in the world type of business models that describe any type of organization. And the beauty of the performance excellence frameworks is the fact that they are complete and they are validated over many years of organizations following these business models. So they are a high level of refinement and provide feedback for any organization that considers using performance excellence frameworks, provides that feedback related to maturity of the organization. When I'm talking about performance excellence frameworks, what I have in mind, it's especially the Baldrige Performance Excellence Framework that is also governed by NIST and is mostly used in the United States. This is, originated in United States for people who are not familiar with Baldrige, but it's also used in Canada, Australia, in many other places throughout the world. The other performance excellence framework that I have in mind when I'm saying performance excellence frameworks is the European framework for quality management that originated in Europe, and it is being used in many other places throughout the world. So between these two performance frameworks, we could say that we have global high quality business models that we can use in assessing any type of organization. There may be others, but these are the two ones that I'm very familiar with, and I know that they are used by many organizations. As I mentioned, there is a high synergy between performance excellence framework and the cybersecurity framework also that is proposed by NIST. And when we try to identify the associations, the mappings between these frameworks, we have a much better chance of success in really understanding the big picture and have information about what is the direction towards we need to look at in terms of cybersecurity. And then you could ask, well, but how about me personally? How does this help me looking into opportunities to find jobs? My point is that when we understand that personal level, the big picture, when we have a way to think in a structured manner, we have much better chances to recognize our current place and then see how does this map with the needs that could be derived from the NIST framework for cybersecurity. And as a consequence, I have a much better and much more informed view about my personal chances if I choose to go and do more along the lines of cybersecurity. So let's look at the big picture related to performance excellence frameworks. I mentioned Baldrige, and I mentioned the European Framework for Quality Management. And at the higher level paradigm, these business models basically use the same skeleton in terms of high-level paradigm, because for any type of organization, from any kind of sector, they have to be processes at leadership level that have to do with establishing mission, vision, values, communication, and overall governance of the organization. Also, any type of organization should have some kind of strategic processes. Of course, there are customers, and we need to have very thorough processes related to customers. We need to have measurements. We need to have a strong sharing of knowledge and information within any organization. Culture, people, workforce, it's the critical ingredient for sustaining an organization. And then we have the normal operation and processes, what we do in order to have these customers and exist as an organization. And as we know, we cannot manage if we don't measure. And the more we have good results, good data aligned